This is a McDouble. It's a simple fast food burger that's served by millions every year. It's not the greatest burger, but I'm sure that those people who are eating this burger aren't expecting it to be. They just want something cheap and easy to eat. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. This is Lil Pump. He's what a lot of people consider a mumble rapper who's hit the charts with millions of streams. He's not the greatest rapper, but I'm pretty sure that the people who listen to him aren't expecting him to be. They just want something catchy to listen to as they chill. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. See, there's a lot of opinions when it comes to rap music out there. Now that, everyday struggle is dead, we all have to come up with our own. But there's always been that stereotype, and it's a stereotype about, the mumble rap music being completely incoherent, but it's got the best beats and the best replay value, where the lyrical, spiritual, miracle stuff is edifying, but not even the people who like it are listening to it over and over again. Again, that's just a stereotype, but it still kind of holds some truth to it, because you want to question, why is it that the lesser stuff is getting more attention? And I think the answer is kind of simple. People love to complain. Ever since I started YouTube, I always thought that my videos had to be completely perfect. No mistakes, like they were going to be published on PBS broadcast or something like that. And then I looked and I realized that my highest viewed videos, one thing that they all had in common was that a lot of people were like complaining about a certain thing, that it filled up the comment section to the point that it kind of helped the video out. Now, of course, that could just be like a coincidence, right? I'm only looking at the negatives, but then I looked at the analytics and I noticed that some of my highest viewed videos weren't shared a lot by the people who liked them. They were shared even more by the people who hated the video or trying to diss me. I bring this up for a specific reason, not to just focus on me, but the idea of people really focusing on that negativity, wanting to bring somebody else down. The psychology of them feeling better by not complimenting, but picking the smallest thing, so then they made a mistake and you can look more superior. Forget all that psychology. What really intrigued me was people who use that to their advantage. I think that's something that a lot of these new rappers have mastered, where they know that if they do something super absurd, not only are the people who follow them obviously going to follow them, but the people who don't follow them, who don't care about them, are going to do so much talking or complaining about them that it's going to get the word out there. Just breaking down Lil Pump, there's an SNL sketch about him that obviously introduced him to a lot of people who didn't know who he was. The people making hate videos on him is introducing it to people who don't know who he is. The parodies, the posts, the articles, the Christian covers.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Go to church so I can pray. Loyal to the church, I don't stray. Help the church out with a bake sale. Everything is whole grain, I made a kale. Ooh.
All of those things, whether they're positive or negative, irrelevant, are all things that help promote this guy so more people listen to him. He grows bigger, and his team knows this. I had made another video on Lil Uzi Vert and how he used to be like such a technical rapper, and then he switched his flow. He even says it himself, to something a little bit more melodic, less technical, and well, he blew up. In Pump's case, I'm not saying that the whole thing's an act, but what I'm saying is that he's aware, or whoever's managing him is aware, that the more foolish he acts, the more attention he's gonna get.
On fault now. Let me see that.
So in terms of his lyrics, I pray to God that you did not click this video actually expecting a breakdown of Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. It's because he loves Gucci, but there is something to say about that. The simplicity of it, and how having it be a repetitive phrase over and over again gets anyone who just hears the song to, one, automatically know what the lyrics are, so they can, two, sing along. I know that people think that repetitive music is just dumb and it's lame and it's lazy, but compare it to something known as worship music, right? In worship music, they repeat phrases or lyrics over and over and over again, because it not only helps everyone to be in sync, to be unified, kind of like a concert, and everyone is worshiping at the same time, that elevates them to this level of spirituality. That's kind of what rap music has been doing recently. So yeah, while one group uses it so they can, praise the Lord, and the other uses it so they can sing together and pop zannies, it still stands that repetitive nature, the idea of simple lyrics, is done as a marketing thing. It's done as a way to be able to get more people to know it, because it's so much easier and catchier to understand. So like every other artist, genre, trend, I know some people hate it, but it's not always about talent, sadly. It's more about who can get the most attention. And that's why I bring up the McDouble. You know, the McDouble is accessible. It's cheap. It's everywhere. Anyone can get a McDouble, but, you know, there's no denying that there's something good about a McDouble, even if it's just a cheap burger. Of course, if there was like a kid who, you know, came out and said, yo, the McDouble's the greatest hamburger in the world, not only are they wrong, but, I mean, as a full-grown man, if you were on an online thread or an online social media and you tried calling them out and you started having an argument with a younger person about a McDouble not being the greatest burger because there are more mature OG hamburgers out there that truly deserve it, I mean, you kind of end up looking ridiculous yourself. I still know that there's higher quality burgers out there. And, you know, just because McDonald's has the biggest hamburger, the highest selling hamburger out there, that doesn't mean that my standards for high quality burgers just disappears. It also doesn't mean that you can't enjoy a McDouble once in a while. Did you know that Lil Pump was able to graduate from Harvard because of the support he got through Patreon? Well, I mean, it could have happened, but, you know, he dropped out to save the rap game instead. You, however, can still support your favorite creators through Patreon, get bonus content, early videos, lean recipes, all for just $1 a month.